Okay, let's have situation 4. Ito, ilang beses na itong lumabas sa board exam, no? Pansinin niyo yung mga previous videos natin. May ibang changes lang sa data, but yung situation is just the same. A layer of clay, 7.6 meter thick, is overlain by a deposit of sand, which is 15.2 meters to the ground surface. So, ang clay natin is overlain or tinabunan ng sand. The clay layer is 7.6 and the sand layer is 15.2 meters. When the water table is at the ground surface level, the saturated unit weight of the sand was determined to be 21.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. Saturated. Kung yung water level na natin is nasa ground, for which its dry unit weight is 18.2. Ang dry unit weight naman ng sand is 18.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. While the saturated unit weight of the clay is 18.8 kilonewton per cubic meters. When the groundwater table lowered by 7.6 meter, binabaan siya ng 7.6 meter, the degree of saturation of the sand above the water table was lowered to 20%. At the mid-height of the clay layer, evaluate the effective pressure in kilopascal at the mid-height of the clay before lowering the water table. So, mid-height of the clay layer. Half of 7.6, that is 3.8. Okay, ang water table initially is at the ground surface, the water table. So, ang effective soil pressure natin at the mid-height is just the summation of gamma height. Okay, starting at the top, saturated yung sand and clay for this condition, no? So, use the saturated unit weight, gamma minus water. Saturated gamma minus water. So, this is your effective soil pressure, effective unit weight multiplied by height, 15.2 up to this interface. Okay, galing dito papunta dyan, gamma of saturated clay minus water, then times 3.8. So, 207.29 kilopascal. Evaluate the effective pressure after lowering the water table. As sinabi sa problem, when the groundwater table was lowered by 7.6, so binabaan ito ng 7.6. Dito yung water table natin, binabaan natin. So 7.6 lang din to. 15.2 minus 7.6. The degree of saturation of the sand above the water table was lowered to 20%. Ang degree of saturation daw dito is 20%. Lowered to 20%. So, we need to calculate the moist unit weight of this soil, of this sand, above the water table. Magagamit natin siya. So, the general formula involving the saturation or the unit weight of the soil is ito. This shows that gamma is directly proportional to the saturation. That's why we can use linear, which is mode 3.2. Okay, mode 3.2, ang input natin sa X is the saturation, ang input natin sa Y is the unit weight. Ang two known points dito is the dry and the saturated unit weight. When the sand has a saturation of 0, then the unit weight is the dry unit weight of the sand, 18.2. So when the sand has a saturation of 1 or 100%, then the unit weight of the sand is the saturated unit weight, 21.2. So after that, may input mo yan. Gamma moist is equals to, when the saturation is 20% or 0.2, express y hat. Nasa ups 8 po yan. Okay, nasa ups 8 regression. So ito yung makukuha natin. Okay, after that, we can solve for the effective soil pressure at this interface, summation of gamma height. Okay, since yung sand above the water table is not saturated anymore, hindi mo na isasubtract ang unit weight ng water. So, it is the gamma moist 18.8 times 7.6 papunta dyan. Kasi hindi siya basa, hindi siya saturated. Moist lamang siya. Okay? From here to here, since the sand is saturated, isasubtract mo pa ang water. Times 7.6. And from here to here, the clay is saturated. I-subtract mo pa ang gamma water times 3.8. So the effective soil pressure for this case is 263.61 kilopascal. Okay, baka lang may tanong nyo, paano yan imano-mano, sir? You're just using calculator technique. Pakitaan ko lang, no, ng mabilisan. Kung imano-mano natin siya using this formula, I will distribute this one, no? So, pag i-distribute ko yan, GS gamma water over 1 plus E. Ito naman, distribute ko dito, you have SE over 1 plus E gamma water. No? Meron pa siyang gamma of water. Okay, so SE gamma water. Now, ang term na to, this term is the dry unit weight. GS gamma water over 1 plus is dry unit weight. While dito, we can have this one is as a constant. E gamma water over 1 plus E, constant kasi yan, hindi yan magbabago sa soil, yung sa soil natin. So nga, hindi lang siya compacted. So, iset ko lang siya as constant K. So, therefore, ang gamma ng soil natin at any moist is equals to this, which is the gamma dry, plus S. Saturation, hindi constant yung saturation, and E gamma water over 1 plus E, sinet ko siya as constant K. So, therefore, ang constant K natin, rearranging that one, that will be the gamma of moist, gamma of the soil at any moisture, minus gamma dry, over S gamma water. S over S na lang to kasi yung gamma water is constant. Pwede nating tanggalin ang gamma water. Okay. So, ang gamma water kasi is included dito sa constant. So, over S na lang. That's the K. Therefore, you can just do proportion. Ang K, una, using the saturated condition, the saturated gamma minus gamma dry, using that one, over saturation, the saturation at saturated unit weight, then that is also equals when the gamma of the soil is moist, papalitan mo rin yan ng S in moisture, no? At a specific moisture content. So, parang nag-ratio proportion tayo. So, the gamma sat of the sand is 21.2, gamma dry is 18.2, the saturation at saturated condition is 100% or 1. Gamma moist yung gusto natin kunin sa sand. Gamma dry is 18.2. The condition is 20% saturation or 0.2. So, gamma moist, the same lang kanina kung nag-mode 3.2 tayo. Para lang to sa mga curious, no? I know most of you hindi na to gusto gawin. Pero ganito siya kung pinakamadaling paraan para i-manipulate ang ating equation. Okay, anyway. Pangatlo, evaluate the effective pressure when there is no water in the sand. Wala na talagang tubig ang sand, dito na lang sa clay layer. But, sand layer but remains in moist condition at the same saturation. So, ganun pa rin dito sa sand layer natin. Ito yung saturation, 18.8 kilonewton per cubic meters yung ating moist unit weight. So, for this case, hindi na to basa, no? 18.8 times 15.2. Okay, plus, basa pa rin yung ating clay or saturated 18.8 minus gamma water times 3.8. So, 319.92 kilopascals.